Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me. At some point, my music will stop playing and you can hear me. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Woody.
I'm giving you a good fade out.
I know. I'm just joking. I feel like I'm screaming over it, though. Maybe I'll just sit back next time and just let it play, and I'll play the drums here and on the table.
I'll put you out in the other room, and then you just run in when the music is
No, because then I'd trip and fall, and they'd hear me crash into all the microphones.
We'll have the fog machine.
It'll be
a big entrance.
Yeah.
And nobody will see.
We need to tape that episode. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. We are here in the studio. I have a jam-packed studio today, which I love. I love it when it's not just me sitting here twiddling my thumbs trying to think of something to talk about, you know. So I'm going to be talking with Shiree Carr with Leisure Media 360, and we're going to be talking about their new magazine they have coming out and maybe touching on a few other things that they're doing. And I have the fabulous, and she's been on with me before, Samantha. How's it going with S&S Business Services?
Good.
And some of her assistants here with us today. Awesome. So before I do that, though, I want to say a couple things. First of all, huge shout out to everybody who came to our first Christmas in July event this past week here in Bedford County. And we had over 100 people come out in the 100-degree heat and shop and, you know, have fun kids playing in the bounce houses and just all kinds of great stuff. Thank you to Spring Rose Lane Farm for hosting and having us there at their venue. It's gorgeous. If you're looking for somewhere for a wedding or a reception or baby shower or bridal shower, or I don't know, if you just want to go hang out somewhere other than your home, call them. They've got a beautiful space. So that was a super fun event, and we're looking forward to doing it again next year. And it gave us some of the vendors there gave me some ideas, Woody, for something you and I might be looking into at the end of
something
October.
Top secret and so exciting that Bedford's never seen before.
Bedford has never seen before.
We're about to just drop something on Bedford that will change it forever.
No, I can't even. That's hilarious. Super classified, huh?
Classified. Top secret.
They might get that.
A lot of people have never seen anything like this.
No.
A few people
I've never seen it.
But most people just
have you really though? Have you?
Something to do with that, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Which I could talk about at this event if we do it.
Oh, we can't. Oh, that's what we should do. You should have a stage where you talk about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyway, so everyone's sitting there listening
Top
like
secret.
Whatever. Two more huge shout outs. One, Miss Shiree brought me some goodies today from Full Moon Cafe, which is a deli and bakery in Roanoke. So it's located at 35498 Electric Road, Roanoke, Virginia. So I'm just going to say, before this, I'm surprised. I was shoving food in my mouth right before we went on air, and I'm going to pass these goodies around because there's chocolate chip cookies and oatmeal raisin, I think. Mm-hmm. So here, I'm going to pass these around to everyone who hasn't had one yet. They are delicious. If you're looking for a great, fresh baked treat, check them out. I also have this awesome croissant over here full of, I think it's apple and cinnamon. I don't know. It's just good. It's full of goodness is what it's full of. So shout out to them. Check them out if you're ever in the Roanoke area. So good. And lastly, big shout out, and I'm so excited to say this, to Bergland Luxury Auto in Lynchburg, Virginia, because I am driving a brand new to me Honda Pilot. So, yay! Shout out to them. I love it so much. They helped me get into my new vehicle, and it's awesome. It has an entertainment package. It even has a DVD player in there, Woody. I can just put my kid in there when she watches TV. And
you can watch DVDs while you drive.
No.
That's how luxury it is.
It's so I can't listen to my kid. Do you know how exciting it is to be driving down the road and she's just quiet.
I saw a picture of it. It looks great.
Yeah, it comes with its own Bluetooth headphones too. So she can watch the movie and I can listen to my own music up front. So I don't have to listen to her go, Mom, I want to listen to this. So yeah, now I can actually go places and it's fabulous. I can't even say how much I love it. So I try not to park near cars and stuff right now. I'm still that phase in the car buying history where I park like at the
you
back
park
of
a mile
Walmart.
away,
Yeah.
You don't eat in it. You don't drink in it.
Oh yeah, there is no eating
Yeah.
and drinking
Nope.
right now. Now in a couple weeks we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, big shout outs to those. I always like to give shout outs each week to businesses that, have gone above and beyond. And we have a lot of new members that have joined from our area in the last couple of weeks. A couple quick shout outs: Central Virginia Air. They have joined. They're located here in Bedford. So if you're looking for someone to come out and do some of your HVAC needs in the Bedford area, definitely check out Central Virginia Air. We also have, so have you ever been to the backyard in Forest? Have you seen it, Woody? Anyone here?
I've seen it. I see it, but I've never been to
Okay. So the backyard in Forest is like this big like food truck. Yeah, roundup is a good way to say it. And they host movies and stuff there, and they're getting really involved in having certain events. But so the backyard has joined along with 7 of their food trucks are now members. And so if you're looking for somewhere to stop and grab a bite to eat for lunch and dinner, definitely go check out some of those. We got Papa O's hot dogs. We've got the Doughbird, which is pizza. There's the Pied Piper, which she does those really like the tomato pies, and she does all kinds of different pies. I'm going to probably butcher the name, but I think it's Asakimoto. She does different Nepali food. So it's really cool. And I love the fact that it has all different types of cuisine there. So you can get something like anything. Yeah. So there's a lot of cool. We actually have our first member that just joined yesterday from North Carolina. So just so you know, the Central Virginia Business Coalition, apparently we're not worried about the Virginia part of it anymore. So we're just, we're working with businesses all over. So we had someone from Legal Shield in the North Carolina area checking us out.
If you serve Virginia, you can be a part of it, basically.
That's my thing. If you serve anything in Virginia, come and be a part of what we do. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So anyway, on to our guests for today. And just let me give a quick reminder, if you're listening and you're not from our area, and you ever want to come, be on Talk Local to Me, this Talk Local to Me isn't just about the local businesses here in Bedford, Lynchburg region. I know that's who we kind of have on, but it's about talking local about anything that pertains to business in general. So if you have something you want to put out there, you want, businesses to hear, or the community to hear that affects local business, reach out to us. You can always go to grovestreet.fm and pull up Talk Local to Me on that page. And there is an area where you can submit to be on the show. And then also make sure that you are subscribing to Talk Local to Me anywhere your podcasts are, wherever you listen to your podcast, so that you can hear all of the wonderful shows that we do. You can go back and listen to some that you've missed. And what else do they have to do? Like it?
They have to review it too.
Review it. That's the word.
Oh, we only want 5-star reviews though.
5-star reviews. If you don't like me,
maybe we'll settle for 4.5, but let's aim for 5.
Yeah, let's aim for 5. If you don't like me, pretend you do. Just pretend. You can send me a letter, saying why you don't, and I'll take it into advisement. But if you go on there and you're reviewing, only 5 stars, please. Great.
That's all that we accept. We don't accept anything else.
I'll delete it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that you can.
Yeah, we can't.
You can't.
That's why we only want 5.
That's why, can I just speak to that real quick about Facebook? How come people I can't delete when people put these crazy messages that don't even pertain. I mean, granted, they're giving me 5-star reviews, but it's like, have you ever gotten those where it's like, hi, I'm so-and-so and I do something, and it's like, I don't know, it's weird, but I can't delete it. I can report it.
Well, that's the one gripe that I have with like the podcast reviews. Not that any of our podcasts get bad reviews. You get great reviews. Everybody gets great reviews. But as the host cannot reply to these reviews. So that's why they're so important. Because they are there forever. They help with ratings on charts and all that good stuff. So just help us out.
Yeah, that'd be great. And if you listen to me every week, I don't know why you haven't done it yet. So go for it. Okay, now we're going to actually talk about important things instead of me rambling on about nonsense. Shiree, good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, it's afternoon. So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There you go. Covered all of my bases. So I'm really glad to have you on. Shiree, she works with Leisure Media 360, and we have been working together now for about a year, I would say. And I love the Roanoker, which is one of your other publications, and we actually have the opportunities for businesses to advertise in that through us that you've been able to hook me up with. But I wanted to just kind of start off telling us a little bit about Leisure Media.
Leisure Media 360 is a publishing company. We've been in business. This year, actually, Leisure Media 360 celebrated 50 years. And it's a publishing company, one owner, Richard Wells, and he's owned the company all this time. And we do periodicals. We do state visitors guide. We have the contract with the state of Virginia. We do their visitor guide. We also work with different CVBs and convention and visitors bureaus and Chamber of Commerce. We work with Benton. We do a publication for them. And we also do specialty publications. We done a publication for Union Bank. We also have specialty, we do the Roanoker, of course, which is our periodical, and the Blue Ridge Country, bi-monthly 2 periodicals that are paid subscribers, paid newsstands, public place distribution. The Roanoker magazine, they've been around actually celebrated 48 years this year, and it's the longest running city magazine in the state of Virginia. And paid subscribers, paid newsstands, and we do a number of different publications. We got a Brad book, we do some annuals, and the one I'm talking about today is our annual Retire Virginia publication, which covers Southwest and Central Virginia. And
I was just going to say, so I learned something new every time I talk to people. I had no clue you guys did the Virginia Travel Guide.
Yeah.
And Blue Ridge Country magazine. How did I not know that?
Yeah, we've been doing those for years. The Blue Ridge Country, Richard Wells started that, just like he started the Roanoker magazine. Mm-hmm.
Now it's super cool because I love Blue Ridge Country magazine.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking to, I was going to advertise in that for Centerfest. So there we go. I had no clue. Now, so we're going to talk a little bit about Retire Virginia, which you said is an annual retirement resource guide. So tell us, why did y'all start doing the Retire Virginia?
Well, it actually started as part of the Roanoker magazine. It was in our September-October issue, probably for 10 years. And it grew so much because, as you know, you might can see that Virginia is becoming a retirement destination. And because of that, it grew so much that we decided to make it its own annual publication. And so now it's an annual publication that our readers are recent retirees, affluent baby boomers, planning retirement caregivers. It has an extended audience of 98,000. Copies are mailed to our baby boomer audience of the Roanoker subscribers twice a year. It's also in welcome centers, visitor centers throughout Virginia, all up I-81, I-64. It's also in doctor's offices. You can find it in free distribution racks at Food Lines, CVS, Miracle Ears, anywhere that is a target audience of the senior target audience. It covers retirement communities, financial planners, travel services, rehab services, home health providers, estate planners, relocation services, and afterlife services. So we try to make sure that we cover everything that the senior living person will need, so that it can be a definite resource guide.
And I think you touched on this, but it's a biannual, right? So just twice a year, or
it's once a year, but we mail it to the Roanoker subscribers twice a year.
Oh, I got
But it's distribution for the whole year.
Okay.
We have added new Central Virginia. We want to extend it more into Central Virginia. We got Southwest Virginia kind of on lock, but we want to get more distribution in Central Virginia. So we done added 50 Central Virginia location distribution points where it can be picked up at the CVBs, the Miracle Ears, the not CVBs, CVBs of course, but CVS's, Food Lines throughout Central Virginia, Lynchburg, Bedford, and we also have a writer who will be concentrating on editorial in this publication that is specifically for Central Virginia.
Well, you're definitely right. I think Virginia is becoming, like you said, more of a retirement state. I have a lot of people that they come to events or things and they say, oh, we just moved here. You know, we've come from other areas. Used to think of Florida as that retirement community. Everyone moves to Florida because it's sunny and, you know, it's nice. I'm here to tell you what, I would not retire to Florida. And I'm here to tell you what, I don't like heat. Like, why would you want to go down there and be all 100 degrees? I mean, it's 100 degrees here sometimes and I'm dying. I'm like laying in my room. Like, I'm just not getting up. But I think Virginia has the best of everything because we still have 4 seasons for the most part. I'd like to know where spring and fall goes sometimes. It's like you only have it for a week. But there's so much to do in the Virginia region, you know, from you know, wineries and just places to go. But even for those seniors, you can get out and walk different trails and still get that exercise. But there's also beautiful retirement communities around here. You know, I think that's great. So having a resource guide for those that are coming to potentially moving to the area or even here and they're just not sure what is there for them. It's a great idea. And I think it's something that if you're a business out there that you do anything with that, you know, some of those areas that she mentioned, having an ad in that would be smart.
We have people that have been in every single issue. They have received value from it. Our advertisers receive value. They's like, okay, yes. I mean, I have them reaching out to me. Okay, is it time for Retire VA yet? Because they have received such value by participating in this publication. And so that gives us, that's the main thing. And like I said, we're always reinventing, trying to see what we can do to improve it. It's a enhanced listing. It comes with the enhanced listing. It's a digital edition that has its own website for free. It's also on the roanoker.com as the digital edition and Blue Ridge Country's website for free. So we make sure that we cover it. It's not just print, but it's online digitally. And, you know, it has a great distribution and Ask the Expert. So if you do a display ad, you not only get your enhanced listing, but you get to ask a question and answer that question to help differentiate yourself from or why someone needs to choose your establishment. So we're real excited about it. It has grown each year and just want to try to extend it a little bit more into Central Virginia.
So let me ask a little bit about, so people can advertise, they can have an ad. I'm assuming you can do like different size advertisements, but you also have the opportunity for like a content-based ad, like a spread that they can do that has not, I call them advertorials basically, because you have your ad and then you have the editorial piece to it. So tell people a little bit about those options, because that looks like a great way. You know, ads are one thing, but having the opportunity to actually tell what your business is all about is another. And I think that's a really great way to market yourself.
Yeah, we have that with the community spotlights, and that's mainly for communities like Richfield or Brandon Oaks or a Westminster Canterbury. That way they can have that content, because those are more, you know, where you want to tell what differentiates yourself that might not can just be in a Ask the Expert little advertorial part. And so they can do that, and it comes in 2 sizes, the full page or spread. And they can also, if they do the spread, they can do a display and have a full page display, a full page of advertorial. If they do the half page, they can have a half page display and a half page editorial. And we offer, because it's an annual publication, you can divide the payments into 12 monthly installments. We can also delay billing if some people, you know, they might then already getting towards the end of the year, their budget might be done. We can take it into the next budget, into 2023, January 2023, when you start paying or something.
Yeah. So I noticed the monthly payment option. And I think, so again, as everyone knows, I'm a huge supporter of small business. And I think that makes it a lot, you know, it's much more affordable for a small business to take advantage of something like that. And being able to do it on a monthly basis is important. It's a great way to give them the opportunity to showcase themselves, but not have to, you know, chunk that money out all at one time.
And because it's an annual, we make sure that it's getting distributed and it's being promoted throughout the entire 12 months. And so that way, we feel like it's only fair to give you the option to pay for it over a 12-month period. And we don't bill until the publication is out. We do all the work we can do. It's included in the rate is free production. We can create your ad, work with you to create your ad or modify an existing ad. That is included in the rate. So you don't have to, for the smaller ones that don't have an ad agency to do their ad, we have a award-winning design team that can create your ad.
Can I just say, and the train's going to come through and blow its horn. Here we go. Woody and I are determined they do it on purpose. Like they know
They time it.
They do. They know, and they don't really need to blow their horn. I don't see any need. I mean, the gate's already down.
That's right.
I just don't know. It's like they know Heather's over there recording, so let's do this. But anyway, I just opened up the magazine, and I love it that the very first page that I open to is actually one of my members. So Elder Care Solutions, Kim Whittier. She's
oh yeah,
one of our new.
Great.
Oh, I love her, and she just got shout out to her because she just got her doctorate. So I'm really proud of her.
Yes.
So super cool. But yeah, so I'm just looking through the magazine. It's very well put together too, and I love the way, like for example, Kings Grant. Like you just open that up and you can read all about the communities. Well, actually, they have 3 communities, so I guess it's Sunnyside communities. But I've heard of Kings Grant before. But I just it's very well put together. It's not what's the word? You see some things are like they're kind of, I don't want to say junky, but it's like stuff all thrown together and it's like it doesn't make sense the way they placed it. But
It's
this
very
is really
thought
nice.
out, and the business information or the ads are very well placed.
Yeah.
It makes sense and is responsible, I guess is a good word.
So I'm assuming one of the things that I get too from people when they're looking to advertise is that they don't have a graphic designer. Do y'all have people that help with the graphic design of their ads and things like that too?
Yes, that's included in the rate.
Okay.
The free ad production is included in the rate. We can create your ad and work with you to create the ad from scratch. If you don't even have an ad, if you have an ad that you like, but you want to modify it, we can help you modify an existing ad. So yeah, that's included in the rate.
Awesome.
And we do that all the time. We have an award-winning design team. I think we won 3 Addy Awards in 2021 for our design. So we've been excited about that. And so, yeah, we have an award-winning design team that can help with that.
I'm excited because I definitely want to have some of these. We're doing our very first ever health and wellness event in October. So we're going to be hosting our Fall Fling for Wellness, which is a health and wellness fair here in Bedford at Falling Creek Park. And I think it would be great to have some of these to hand out to everyone who comes in, or have you guys have a booth there handing them out.
We will definitely make sure you have copies because it comes out the end of September, this upcoming issue. And so we would love to make sure that you have copies for goodie bags or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make sure you have as many copies as you need. We distribute it at expos, senior expos all over. Vinton has done it before, all over. We also do at Brandon Oaks, when they had a golf tournament or something, some of the retirement communities have a golf tournament. We put it in their goodie bags. So we make sure, we try to pride ourselves in making sure that our advertisers are getting the value, and so that means that it's getting to the people that might be interested in participating.
Awesome.
Buying from them.
So to kind of switch, not completely over, but with the Roanoker, I just wanted to mention a little bit about the Roanoker magazine, because I know that is something that we work with our businesses on advertising in, and that's a very big publication in our area. So, first of all, how can a business, if they're looking to advertise in any of your publications, what's the best way for them to get with you?
They can contact me on my cell phone, which is 540-293-3893. They can also send me an email at scarr, that's SCARR, at leisuremedia360. And those numbers are 360.com. Also, you can visit the website. I think there's something on the website where you can actually email us and it will get to me. But But yeah, we are a publication that has been around for a long time. We pride ourselves on our mission is to create growth for any of our customers or advertisers that work with us. And we do that through being innovative, having integrity, and making sure that we have a quality publication.
Now, for the Roanoke area, what is kind of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The distribution there, and who does that kind of target?
The Roanoker is paid subscribers, paid newsstands, but I mean, we cover the primary market for the Roanoker. We go all the way, I guess, south as far as primary market is still Blacksburg, Montgomery County, all the way north up to Lynchburg. And that's our target market. We have, of course, the Roanoke County is a big one that gets that zip code is a lot, but we go all the way up those. And we have distribution points in North Carolina. We have North Carolina advertisers in our magazine. The state of North Carolina, Charlotte advertises in a number of our issues because they want to bring people back. Down there. So, we have advertisers all over. Because it is a paid subscriber, paid newsstands. It's it's one of the highest selling magazines in the Tanglewood, Barnes and Noble. Mm-hmm. And also it's, so it's in all of the stores around town. Paid subscribers, paid newsstands. People are more likely to engage in it if they pay for it. And we recently did a survey, and people are spending 60% of our readers are spending an hour and a half with the magazine, so they are reading it. So we feel good about that. We pride ourselves on having award-winning editorial, making sure that we are covering things that we feel is very important to the community, visit Virginia's Blue Ridge community. And so we feel good about it, and we've been doing really well and growing.
One of the things I want to mention is I love the partnership that we have with the Roanoke Leisure Media 360. So if you're listening in and you're a business that is thinking, oh, I should advertise in the Roanoke, and you don't necessarily have to be from this area. Maybe you just want to put something in because you're trying to reach, kind of like Samantha said, you're trying to reach this area because you do business there. Check us out, contact me at the Central Virginia Business Coalition, because we actually have a special section and a special agreement for businesses to get their quarter page ad with Leisure Media 360 at a really discounted rate. Like
over half
off. Yeah. So if you're looking to put something in there, and maybe you just want to try it out, see what you get. Now, I will be honest, I normally won't say do it one time because you're not going to get much benefit from a one-time run. I always say do a couple of different, couple of months. And that's with any marketing. Let's just put it out there. Any marketing that you do, you should go more than 1 month, because one month, it takes, what do they say, 3 months for something to stick, Woody? Isn't that what you talk?
Right, 90 days.
90 days.
At least.
So if you've been listening to this for 90 days, you should be hooked, by the way.
You should have already reviewed
you should have already reviewed me. We love being able to offer affordable marketing for businesses in our area. So this is our partnership with Leisure Media 360 has been a great way for us to do that in the Roanoke area. So I'm really excited about that as well. So definitely, contact Shiree, or, contact me if you want to, if you've never advertised with them before. And I want to say that is for people that have not advertised. If you've been advertising for them for years and then you're like, oh, I think I'll get a discount. That's not going to work like that. I'm just letting you know, you gotta be a newer business, but I ain't trying to, short them money. I'm just trying to help out the small business. So, is there anything we haven't touched on that you want to make sure we get out to those that are listening? I feel like we've gotten a lot of info.
I think that we got a lot of info. I just want to let them know that, we do pride ourselves on making sure that we are bringing value to our advertisers. And one way that we do that is we survey our readers. And so I can be able to tell you, if you tell me your target market, I can be like, okay, yeah, that works with us, because I can look at the survey and tell you some numbers and give you some statistics, or, about what who our readers are. And so I think that's a great way that we can bring value. And we just now did a survey that I got the results back earlier this month. So we got some new numbers that I can share, and I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Yeah. And so if you haven't read, Retire Virginia, go pick one up. If it's something that you're looking at advertising in, pick it up, take a look at it, look at the spread, see how it's laid out, and contact Shiree. So thank you. Thank you for coming on with me. Thank you for my goodies. I've been sitting here silently eating my croissant whenever you're talking, hoping that I don't choke, or you don't ask me a question while I'm talking. So it doesn't sound like I'm eating, but I am. It's really delicious. But thank you for coming on and bringing goodies. We always like it when you bring goodies.
You're welcome.
So
You're welcome.
Anyone else that's out there ready to come another time, bring goodies. That's what Woody and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to, I don't really have a great segue over, but hey, how's it going, Samantha?
Good. Excited I'm not alone today.
Yeah. So introduce me to your assistants.
All right. So you kind of know Amber, as she helps on the CVABC stuff a little bit in the background. So
I'm sorry, you have to deal with all my mess. No, I'm just kidding.
So Amber is one of my bookkeeping assistants. She's the one who's been with me the longest and helps with the most thus far. And so Amber, you want to say hi?
Hi, guys.
It's really nice to see you.
It's nice
to meet you.
Yeah.
I always like when I know who I'm working with.
Yeah.
Now I see your numbers.
And then we also have Jasmine with us, which is actually one of the newest recruits. She is growing leaps and bounds so quickly in her skills and her training. She's doing so well. I'm so proud of her. And she has also been learning a little bit with Amber within y'all's account to use it as a learning opportunity as well, just because you guys do have one of the funnest, most detailed accounts that we maintain.
I try to do my best. Try to make it fun for you over there in the accounting world.
And so yeah, hi Jasmine.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
So let me just say, I am speaking of proud, I'm really proud of Samantha. So y'all may have, she's been on the show with me before, I don't know, couple months, 5-6 months ago. I don't remember.
Early spring.
Yeah.
I think.
And she was a team of herself, basically. She was herself, just kind of starting out, and she was a new member of ours. And, we have since that time switched over all of our bookkeeping to Samantha, because we've just been so impressed with how she runs her business and how she handles everything. So I'm just really proud of how you've grown so quickly in the past 6 months or so, just since we, had you on last. So it's been really awesome.
Yes, it's been very scary, but definitely very exciting. I started S&S Services with a CVABC member. Actually, they were my first client. I walked into the Health Expo thing at the Hilton Garden. I handed out business cards and got my LLC from that first check that I got from that first client. So last October. And we have grown to now we have actively working in accounts 4 assistant bookkeepers, and then I have an administrative assistant as well. And then we are in the process of training 3 more. And I love it because it's a team atmosphere, which means that everybody has different specialties and skills that they really get. But while everybody has their main contact for the bookkeeper in their account, they know that the answer is always available because there's somebody who knows it or somebody who knows how to find the answer or fix the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I pride my team on that we are problem solvers and we're able to look and see an issue and then how to delegate and create a solution, even if it's not maybe the traditional accounting solution, because we're really good at the software that we're using and we're really trained in it. And so, yeah, it's great. I love it.
So I think everybody heard her say that the CVABC is where she got her first client. Is that what I heard you say? Yes. Yes.
I think I love you guys so much.
I know. I just thought we had to hold on. Let me see if I can pat myself on the back. No, but that
was Mike Norfield. With
I
the
know.
Angels, my first S&S official client.
Which, can I just say that so these are the kind of stories though I do love to hear, and not just because I want to pat myself on the back, but because I love seeing the growth of a business that started, not even knowing if they were going to have a business or where it was going to take them. And then here you are with all these clients, and now you have staff and like assistants, and it's awesome. And that's the kind of stuff I want to see everywhere. I want businesses thriving. I want businesses growing. I don't want businesses closing.
That's what we want. And so that's kind of what S&S Services is partnering with, financial advisors and tax preparers. We work in an office that is actually Loper financial advisor for individuals and small businesses. He also has a tax accountant that we both partner with for our individuals and our businesses, so that we are literally a financial powerhouse for small businesses, because we want to see Lynchburg, and even greater than that, the whole, any small business in the US to really have their foundation, and even on a hard year be able to survive.
I like that saying, financial powerhouse. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds powerful, actually.
Yeah.
So let's start out. So for those that are listening that maybe have not heard you in the past, what does S&S, what do you guys specialize in? What do you guys do?
All right. So the software we specialize in is QuickBooks Online. We do offer payroll services through Gusto and QuickBooks, but basically anything that can be used or done or connected with QuickBooks, we either specialize in it or are willing to do it. So something that most bookkeepers don't want to fiddle with, which is your third-party integration, your point of sale software like Square or Stripe. They don't want to itemize out those sales. They don't necessarily want to deal with a lot of the detail. And we are very detail-oriented bookkeepers. I want your books to be the source of all of your information, so you can go to one place and find as much information as possible. Because it's also, I'm a bookkeeper who doesn't necessarily look at it from an accounting standpoint. I also look at it from a marketing standpoint, because I have a background of where I was in marketing for 8 years. And I see how important it is to understand what you're spending where, how to grow that, and what's going to be the best for you, what's going to bring the best value. And that's also how me and my assistants look at it. We look at it as, hey, we are going to offer all of these things, and our contracts are also built off of a time basis versus a transactional basis, which is much different than the traditional accounting firm, where they're like, we'll do 100 line items for you and it's going to cost you this much. We're going to put 6 hours of our time into your books this month, and it's going to cost you this much. Or this is going to be, that's like the standard package, and you get up to that amount of time. Obviously, you might not use all of that time, but you have it if there's a problem or there's a need. We also offer to teach our small business owners how to manage their own books.
Hold on. The train's being rude right now. Okay, there you go.
Yep. We teach small businesses how to do their own books. Like I know with me and you, I've taught you how to do a few little tips and tricks to make things a lot more streamlined in what you do, to make bill pay easier, to make payroll easier. And so we offer to do part of the books, teach you how to do the books completely, or manage everything from beginning to end that has to do with your bookkeeping needs. So we invoice, we payroll, we track receipts, we do any of the things. If it's in QuickBooks, we do it.
That's one of the things that I do love, is that I still feel like I'm able, like I have some control, because I can go in and do some things, but I know if I mess something up, I can message you and be like, I messed something up.
And I was like, okay, I fixed it.
Yeah. And then you fix it for me. And then, I'm trying to get better about taking some of the stuff off of you guys. I still haven't quite gotten there yet, because I'm,
Well, and we're in the process. We're trying to find things to streamline it. Like we're going to use Zapier and Cognito forms to automate a chunk of what's being done. And
I hope so, because that's been a little crazy. But that's the thing. Like, I love that you've worked with me and you haven't just come in and been like, I don't like what you're doing, so we're going to just change it all up. And then it throws me through, for a loop. And then, I think as a business owner, I like that I have control over it, but I also know that you've got, anything that I mess up, or you're able to help me with anything that I have questions on.
Yeah.
Is very important.
And I might let Amber speak to this because she has some experience as far as working with clients. Now, every client has a different way they like their books done. They have a different communication style, and we really mold to that. So maybe you have a story or two you could share about what you've been through.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started, I, of course, start with one client, and then as I earn more clients, because that's the way to do it. You have to learn each one is different in their own way, and it's not necessarily bad or a good thing. But I remember when I first started, I had to make sure to get out of different modes of my brain, because I would remember, this client per se likes this way, this client isn't another way. So I would have to, sometimes I would just go walk out in my garden just to ground myself and reset, and then I go back in. But that's what I love about bookkeeping, is that I can do that, and that's the amazing thing about S&S Services, is that she has been able to provide that for me, so that I can be home with my kids and still make money and still be able to be part of this amazing team and
still be available
succeed
for the clients when they need to.
Exactly. Yeah, I can do it from home and be able to be available for anybody, my kids or my clients.
Yep. That's pretty awesome.
And I also like that you don't take on, I guess, more than you can handle, which is, I think some companies do. Like you were just saying,
Yes.
You earn different clients, but, I know everybody wants to make money, and that's one thing, but, I have this thing, like if you have too many, too much, how are you able to do it without making mistakes or making, one person feel more valued or, that sort of thing. So I like that you kind of look at that when y'all are taking on clients.
And that's the first thing she asks. She says, do you think you can handle this? Because I think you can handle this, but if you don't think you can handle this, then I'm going to go with somebody who can. And she doesn't make you feel bad that you can't either, because she wants all of us to succeed. And that's how a team works.
Oh, thanks.
Wow, that's nice. That made me. You know what? We're going to stop the show right there. That was just such a sweet. No, I'm just kidding. Now, you are not currently handling taxes yet, correct? Are you looking at that?
While we don't offer it within S&S Services, we do partner with a local accounting firm, Dotson Tax. He works out of the same office with Loper Financial as we do. It's great. We're all kind of there. So I'm actually having a meeting with him this Friday to figure out what it's going to look like exactly to bring clients who want a full service bookkeeper, accountant on their team, because I want to be able to offer that. But I understand the way my business is going, I really need to focus in on the day-to-day so that I can continue growing, because there's a lot of businesses who really need that service, or maybe they don't realize they need it. And until it's a hot mess, and they need somebody who's willing to come in and not charge them their entire, 6 months of income to fix it. Cause that's what we specialize in, is affordably cleaning up things. And so I'm going to partner with him and figure out what it is that we can offer one another to really make that an option. And then, we also, S&S and some of our partners are working on even more affordable options for businesses who maybe their business is just a hobby and they just need something that's affordable to take care of their need. We'll be announcing that hopefully those services, hopefully within the next month or so, to really be able to bring value to any small business, regardless of where you're at, whether you're making a couple $100 a month, just, playing around, or you're making, $1 million a year. We want to be able to support your needs, whatever that looks like.
So let's talk a little bit about, and you mentioned clean up a little bit. And so I know there's businesses out there that, especially maybe it's a family run business, maybe it's just someone on their own, and they're like, oh, I can handle this and I can handle this, until they can't handle it, and then they've got all this mess and they've got just receipts thrown in shoe boxes and, things all over the place. You guys handle that for small businesses. So if you're a small business out there and you're listening and you're scared of your shoebox full of receipts, you should contact S&S. So talk a little bit about how you go about cleaning up and working with small businesses that way.
Sure. And I'm sorry, me and Amber laughed just because we have a story regarding that, because we do have a mutual client between us who they still keep everything in shoe boxes. And their biggest question to me is, why is this easier than using my shoe boxes? When I brought them in and they decided to start using QuickBooks.
We love her.
Yes, we do.
Okay. She's my mom. It's okay.
I was trying not to say that.
Okay, there we go.
See, I was being nice. Well, honestly, a lot of businesses don't realize the proper categorization of their expenses, or maybe they're too scared to put things that are business expenses into their books because they don't realize that they can write it off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a key piece of what we do is we are like, hey, we saw this transaction come through your business bank account. Is it really a personal expense or a business expense? And teaching them the true separation. That's the biggest thing that I've seen with small businesses, and why it's great to have it all right in front of your face, have it weekly monitored, because then things can't get out of whack.
Right. So you can't just take that family trip and be, hanging out at the restaurant one night and just go, oh, hey, join the Central Virginia Business Coalition, and then not just write it all off on your taxes.
No, I mean, that meal, technically.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe let's say you're going to New York for a trip.
I am doing that. I knew. Yes, I'm going to be doing that in January.
You're doing it for an education point for your business, whatever your business is. It is something that's business related. The travel expenses associated with that, according to the IRS, are a complete write-off. Right. So yes, go for that.
Right.
But make it something that's intentional. You're going there for a business reason. And then because at the end of the day, the IRS really cares about your intention behind things. And they really care that you're being ethical and honest about what you're doing. And so that's kind of what we're here for, is to answer those questions. And so we'll go back in, and maybe you are using QuickBooks right now. We'll look in and determine, is this salvageable, or do we need to go back to the beginning of this tax year and completely rebuild? Which Jasmine can share something a little bit about her experience with that, because she's been working with some of our clients, because we're currently in the midst of 2 complete QuickBooks rebuilds, just because the companies had gotten so big and they hadn't been necessarily gathering the detail that they wanted or needed. And so we decided, rather than undoing and redoing work, to just start from scratch and offer a clean slate. So you want to share maybe a story?
Sure. So as Samantha mentioned, we have 2 different clients. I know one of the recent ones that I've been working on, we've had to start from all the way to the beginning of this year. So all the way from January up until now, trying to get everything pulled in from all the different places of businesses that they do. So as she mentioned before, like Facebook, what was some of the other ones?
Amazon, Etsy, their e-commerce platforms.
All those different platforms that they're selling on. We're bringing all those in and manually having to match everything and make sure everything fits. So everything looks nice and pretty and has a little bow, and we hand it right back to you.
Yep. And it has all the details. So you're able to pull how much of this have I sold on Facebook? How much of that have I sold on Etsy? That way you can really see, is it valuable for me to actually keep selling on this platform?
And if it is, then it'd be a great business move. If not, then you know that, hey, maybe this is not working for me. Maybe I need to try something else. I think one of them even said something about going onto a physical store, right?
Yep.
So
interesting. I probably should do that myself, because I actually sell on certain places. So anyway, that I didn't even think about that as far as needing
that's the marketing piece. That's why we look at it from that side as well.
Huh. That's interesting. So, you work with people as little, so that's what I'm saying, as small as someone who's just working off of like an Etsy seller or eBay, or I always hit my head on the stupid phone. I'm trying to
literally
talk to people.
No, we won't turn you away.
Pretty much. I have a lot of experience I got my start in bookkeeping with property managers, and that's one of the most detailed oriented books you have to have. Mm-hmm. So that paired with my marketing has really given me a lot of the experience and the knowledge, paired with the growth that we've had over this last year in the service industries, to really just be able to say, yeah, I can do that. Or maybe I don't know how to do it right now, but give me till tomorrow and I'll figure it out. Because while our team never promises to know everything, we promise to learn how to fix a problem for you.
Yes, which is what I love about working for Samantha.
So, and I'm gonna ask this question to both you guys and Shiree, because y'all are all in kind of that people person. You know, you're having to deal with people, you're having to deal with clients and customers, and what are some of the ways that you guys, handle customers that are, I don't want to say irate, or, if you have issues, and I'm assuming with with bookkeeping, you've probably really got that,
we've
or
had a little bit of turnover,
or
not
Shiree
everybody's going to be completely happy with
right,
something.
or with people that their ad is not right, or it's not how they want it, or they've just come up with something. For small businesses, especially when y'all are having to be as detailed as I think both of your businesses have to be, how do y'all kind of handle your customer satisfaction, I guess, is what I'm kind of getting at.
Do you want to lead and then I'll follow?
I'm just going to keep eating my croissant over here while y'all talk.
Go ahead. Heather.
Okay.
It is lunchtime.
Yes, go ahead.
Starving.
How we do it, when you do have, there are times where we done made a mistake, or we done sent them a proof and they didn't really look at the proof and it ran with a wrong phone number or something. We usually, even if it's not our fault, a lot of times we pride ourselves in making sure that it's customer satisfaction. We will give them a make good. A lot of times we will change it in the digital edition right away. We will go and change the ad and make sure it's right in the digital edition, but the print, or we'll give them a free ad in the next print issue. Customer satisfaction is very important to us, because they're in the community. We don't want to have a bad name, within the community, and we'll just work with them. We'll make it right. We'll make it right.
And I think I've seen that more so in the past couple of years with COVID, how more businesses are, making sure it's kind of gone from, like you were saying, I know there's times I get proofs and I look at them, but maybe I missed something and then it comes out. And in the past, I've had people that have been like, well, sorry, we sent you the proof. That's it. So, nothing we can do about it. You're still paying for your ad. But now I think people are more apt to work with the consumer because they've kind of seen in the past couple of years how quickly things can change.
Yeah. And I mean, if everyone, value their money, you know what I'm saying? And we know that advertisement per se is one of those low budget. I mean, it's one of those low on the totem pole, if people are cutting back and trying to save, and we know advertisement is one of those things that they first cut. And so we understand those who've taken a chance to advertise to grow their business. I do think that advertisement is important if you want to grow, but we understand that it is, a risk because there's no guarantees, but we want to make sure that they're satisfied for sure.
Awesome.
And we're going to do everything we can to make sure they get value out of it.
Yeah. As far as S&S, my guess is that we don't have as big of issues with this simply because we are so in communications. Like we're in communication almost constantly with our clients. Like, with you, I'm talking to you probably at least once a week, if not more than that. Amber prefers, our requirement is that it's once a week. Amber tends to check on her clients several times a week just to, one, it makes it easier for her lifestyle. But two, if there's a question, then we're able to ask that question, maybe say Monday or Tuesday and have an answer by Thursday, Friday, because we understand business owners are busy. We have had, a couple of clients who they wanted something more than maybe what we offer currently. They wanted somebody who could be a more hands-on, internal, inside their business, offering them business advice. And we're just, while we want to be able to offer that, that's not technically what we can provide. So sometimes there are things that are past our purview, as much as I hate saying that, because I want to be an all-inclusive service, but I'm not. We need to focus on the things that we are specialized in, and that's what you hired us for. And so sometimes people may not be happy because they feel like that they really want us to meet with them super regularly on things, and we can't necessarily promise that, but we can promise that we're going to text you, call you, email you at the very least every single week, if not multiple times. We offer in-person services whenever we can, but again, we service many different people, so we try to make it we manage expectation. That's our biggest thing: accountability and managing expectations on both sides. If a client wants us to fully manage their books, then they have to understand they might have to provide us with payment statements. If they have different loans, they might have to upload their receipts. They may have to still answer questions for us, because there might be, they might go to Walmart and we're like, okay, did you buy groceries on your business card, or were you actually buying office supplies? We have to verify that, because we don't want to assume and then it be wrong. And then there be an issue later, because that's a big deal, especially because we work with both, with all the business structures. We work with sole proprietors, we work with LLCs, we work with corporations, and the bookkeeping is a little bit different in each entity. So we have to make sure that it is properly managed and we ask the right questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the show with me today. We're almost, Woody's almost about to kick me out of here. No,
I got my finger on the button.
he's ready to.
The song is almost playing.
Ready to play. So before he does that, Samantha, how can anyone who's interested in talking to you more and your team more about, your bookkeeping services, how can they get a hold of you guys?
Sure. We have business cards around town. So if you go to CVABC office, you can get a brochure or a business card. You can also visit us on S&S Services VA.com, or you can shoot me a text or a phone call at 434-299-3920.
Thank you both for being on with us today. And for those listening, don't forget that you can go to grovestreet.fm and subscribe to Talk Local to Me, and also wherever you get your podcast. Review. I'll say it again, review. And make sure to tune back in next Wednesday. We'll be live at noon. Yay!